This video is just a rant about random shit about how I feel about life. No script or anything. Unedited. Just me being myself and just describing how I think life is. Because I haven't been playing video games for a month. And, well, going to be for a month. I stopped playing video games for a period of time so I could take a break from them. And it really just shows me how I have no fucking hobbies. Like, zero. Like, I am addicted to video games, and I decided to take a month away from video games to see how that will go. And it's like when you do something for a long period of time, for like just that one thing for like a long period of time, you really don't realize how much of a life you didn't really have. Like, I have been about a couple weeks, about give or take, without any video games at all, and I have no hobbies. It is extremely boring. Like, trying to fill up that space of like, okay, I have some free time. What am I going to be doing in this free time? I don't know. I mean, I've tried to get into drawing. I used to like draw and stuff like that, like back in high school and stuff. It just, I don't know. I just don't really like have motivation to really do anything that comes in my brain or piques my interest. It's like I have stuff that does cross my mind, like drawing, right? Or coding, right? Because I've done a little bit of coding here and there, right? But it's like, it's that just like that initial first step of like that, like to get started and to like stay committed with it, you know? I don't know. I've just been having a really hard time when it comes to doing productive and healthy things in my free time. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do to I don't know what to do to like break my stagnant mentality to do things and actually live my life. Like, and for the longest time, I've been playing video games since I was like very, very young. Very young. Was pretty much hooked on video games from the age of like 7 years old to now, pretty much, to current date. Didn't have that much of a childhood because I stayed mostly inside and played video games. It was my safe space. It allowed me to get rewards for putting little effort, if that makes sense. This is coming from like a self like reflection thing. And just like, with any kind of addiction, there's going to be that dopamine that you seek, that sense of like that pleasure or satisfaction or gratification that you get that makes you come back for more and more and more. And I just like, now since I don't have video games now, it's like I don't have that source of dopamine anymore. So like my brain is just finding everything else not comparable to video games and just finding things boring. I mean, I think that's, I mean, that's just how my brain is taking it, I guess, or, you know, how I'm viewing it. Um, but yeah, I just wanted this video to be just like completely unfiltered, just me being myself, not masking. And what I mean by that, like, because I went through a lot of development in my life, and I used to mask a lot in front of other people and not really be as talkative as much, not really be my really weird self, like vocal stemming, being like, ooh. You know, I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better when it comes to, you know, just really being myself and finding myself as a person. I haven't been this like really goofy, really like spastic side of myself since I was like freshman year of high school. Then after that, I've realized that I was extremely cringy, and I've had this like sense of shame towards myself, and I would try to act like really, really like edgy and cool and stuff like that. But that's like that's not me at all. I'm more like that shrimp bondi. Yo. I'm sorry. Oh god. I say like the stupidest shit, like the stupidest shit. But you know, I'm just gonna be myself, and ever since I've been myself more and more, these past couple years have been some of the best development in my entire life. You know, since I've been myself more, I can't go back to wearing that mask again. I look at that mask as like a shell, you know, but I don't need to protect myself anymore. I don't need to care about what other people think when it comes to just being myself. You know? Just be yourself. You know, like what other people say, I mean, at the end of the day, there are going to be people that are random people that you just encounter on the street or in public, and their opinions are ultimately not going to matter. So I realized that I need to do me, and I've been me, and over time in this past couple of years, I've been more and more like just being myself in public, not giving a shit. So also, if you see like this like weird like glowing green hue right now, that's because of my my PC. It has like a pulsating like light setting, and I set it to green. So but yeah, I would say that this past couple of years has been some of the best development in my entire life, and it's opened my eyes to see a lot of different things, especially when it comes to video games, where I mentioned earlier, right? With, you know, with me playing a lot of video games and being addicted to video games, like I would be playing average like 10 hours a day playing video games up until, you know, these past couple of years. It's gone down, but it's still not at a satisfactory slash satisfying, maybe, I don't know how to word it really, satisfying like amount to where it's like I'm getting enough hours and it's not like affecting my day-to-day life, because that's what it comes to, like when it comes to a lot of addictions, right? You know, you want to stop them because it's preventing you from performing tasks in your every day-to-day life. It affects your relationships, your friendships, and all that stuff. And I just wanted to, you know, cut down on video games to really just live my life, you know. And going back to with like realizing a lot more things because these past couple of years, I don't know what it is. This might be just like a side tangent thing, but like, what is going on with people? Like, I realized that like, I don't know if this is like some like narcissism shit that I'm like thinking right now, but like, people, like, are people real? Like, I go out and, like, I'm being, like, this, like, my wacky self, and I'm being myself. And I get that these people are probably, like, masking and stuff like that, or, like, keeping, like, professionalism if they're, like, at work and stuff like that. And that makes sense, right? That makes sense. But it's like, they talk about, like, the most generic things. It's so boring. It's like I'm reading, like, it's like I'm listening to a script to, like, an NPC conversation with another NPC. Like, are people real? And I know from that viewpoint that can come off as, like, narcissistic. I don't view myself as, like, the main character or anything. I know that there's plenty of people in the world that are goofy and completely, like, I encourage weirdness. Absolutely encourage weirdness. Like, there's plenty, millions, if not billions, of really weird people out there. And I think of weird as a compliment, right? Where it starts to become, like, more like, okay, no, is when I would say, like, I separate weird with strange, right? Like, when a person is strange versus a person is weird. When I think of the word strange, it has more of a negative connotation to it than the word weird. Because when you say something that's weird, it's something that's off, something that's different, right? Strange is like bizarre, or like something that's like, ugh, like what the fuck, or like, ugh. So, you know, I encourage weirdness. I do not encourage strange, you know, because, like, you can be strange in your own household, I guess, but, like, there comes to a point where you need to also be respectful of others, and you need to kind of, not saying mask, but, like, just have basic decency to, like, not either affect other people or make other people genuinely uncomfortable if it's coming from a majority basis, right? Like, or majority consensus, right? Like if I would, like, for example, weird, right? Weird is like, okay, you're vocal stimming, you're doing a little dance in public. Okay, that's not gonna hurt anybody, right? You do you. But, like, if I, like, go out in public and I'm walking on the street and I see somebody just, like, see bird poop and start fucking eating it, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's strange. That's not weird. That's fucking strange. Like, that's like no. If you want to eat bird shit, or, like, this is just an example, right? If you want to eat bird shit, be my guest to do that at your own house or around people that would probably be fine around, but don't do that in public and try to, like, you know, not be considerate of other people and how they would take it, not be considerate of that, you know, like. But that's what I mean, though. Like, I encourage weirdness. I don't encourage strange. Because, like, there is a fine line where it's like, that's either questionable or that's like, nope, that's fucking disgusting. So, and it's like, well, you're being judgmental, you know, like, oh, you know, you were all about, you know, people being themselves. Why don't you let them be themselves? But they also need to realize that they need to be aware enough to be considerate of other people when it comes to. Just gotta make sure that turns on. My monitor has, like, a timeout thing, like, built in. It's not through Windows. So, but yeah, right. It's like it's just like, oh yeah, you're not being supportive of them. What happened to you saying, like, oh, you should be yourself and stuff like that? But use common sense, right? Put two and two together. If I am walking, this is just going to be reiterating on the example that I made. Maybe I shouldn't go out in public and just, like, eat shit, right? Like, something like that, right? And that's an extreme case scenario, right? Well, not really necessarily. They're probably could be way fucking worse. But, like, that's just that's just a case scenario, right? That's like pretty out there, right? But it still stands, right? Like I like weirdness. Vocal stem, have some weird thing that you're into, like that you can explain to people about, like, let's just say like you're obsessed with, right? I have bismuth here because all right, sorry, bismuth right here. It's my favorite kind of is it a geode? No, it's not a geode. Geodes are like rocks with like crystals in them. But it's like, you get what I mean, right? Like bismuth is like my favorite kind of that kind of like thing. It has like this like oily metallic, and I like it, like how, you know, geometric it is, and like how that just naturally occurs in an environment. That's cool, right? So it's my favorite thing, like when it comes to that kind of thing. But anyways, I'm going off on a side tangent. That's completely irrelevant. But yeah, like take the bismuth for example, right? Like if you have like a passion for like rocks and crystals and other stuff like that, and then you like, yeah, encourage that, like, like it's not weird, but like if just have like a really niche thing that you're obsessed with, or like you have a deep passion with, absolutely encourage that. Like you could just like tell me all about like how the process of this rock is made. I would love to hear about that. That's cool, right? That's cool. I encourage that behavior. And I'm not saying that I get to encourage other people's behavior. I mean, I don't get to dictate what people can and cannot do. But like, point being, I don't know. With the whole topic being, with, how people are just so fucking weird. Like I would, not even that. Because weird is a compliment. They're just eh. Like are people real? I don't get it. Like I haven't found like anybody, and I'm not going to actively search for it because like for friends and stuff like that, I'm not going to actively search for somebody to have like a genuine conversation with, like about like niche things, or to be able to vocal stem with people and stuff like that, right? It's like there's just nobody out there that I've seen that like that I can really like relate to. And I'm not trying to, and I'm really 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 not trying to sound like that I have some sort of like superiority main character fucking thing, right? That's not what I'm trying to do. I just don't relate to people. Well, people that I've encountered, at least. I don't know. It's just ever since I've been more aware this past couple years, I've just started to notice that people are just like so like they don't feel real to me. Starting to realize I don't have any like genuine like hobbies, like things that are healthy and productive It's just, I don't know. And I just wanted to make this video of like reflection even towards like life and myself and the development that I've made and I'm going to continue to make, and encourage that just be yourself. Just be yourself. There is nothing wrong with being weird. There is, my opinion, there is something wrong with being strange. Probably some like underlying like mental health stuff, but weird though? Yeah, absolutely encourage it. Like all those ADHD, like autistic people and stuff like that, encourage that shit, right? I want to see more of that. I want to see more diversity. I want to see more uniqueness. That's not just like, it seems like people are just abiding to like a template of like 20 different presets. And not to mention, what do you call it? Just this is also a side thing as well. There's just so many things I could talk about. Um, with social media, right? I don't have social media anymore. The only thing that I have really is Discord, and I use that for like D&D and like Minecraft updates, because I'm in the official Minecraft server, and like a local server that's within like a very closed circle, right? That's really all the social media I use. You could say that YouTube is considered social media because you can like communicate with people and stuff like that. Like, I don't have Snapchat anymore. I don't have Instagram. Fuck no, I don't have TikTok. TikTok is Jesus Christ. Like, either misinformation galore or just a bunch of just toxic shit. Oh, even Instagram comments. Instagram comments are fucking terrible. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's, yeah, Instagram is definitely fucking up there. With nah. But yeah, I just social media, like, to me just kind of feels like the battle for like attention seeking. I mean, like, I get it, like, to get like likes and stuff like that and blah blah blah, you know. But it's like people even in the comment sections, right? In the comment sections, they're like fighting for like attention. Like, and I don't necessarily care about this, like, with like, you know, like, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you steal somebody else's comment, right? But like, people do that because they like get some sort of like validation from like getting likes and stuff like that. They'll see like the top comment, and people will like say like, oh yeah, we have the same idea, or we have the same thought, or, you know, like, oh, you know, it just happened by circumstance. When you copy it word for word, right? And people do that because like they have like this like really low self-esteem that they need to look at these numbers right next to a heart and be like, oh my god, yes, 3.4 thousand people agree with me, they like my comment, they like me. Oh man, I must be a very great person. Wow, the majority agrees with me, or the majority likes what I say. You know, it's like, it's everywhere. It's not just YouTube. It's TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. People copying each other. I mean, to make something original, I get that could be hard, right? But make it you, right? Don't just like, the most successful people do things because they make it them, not because they just go on the biggest fucking bandwagon, right? When you hear certain names on social media, you know them because of this, because they popularized this. They're known for this because that is what they made for them, to be them, right? And then you got these people like with the copying of the bandwagon and stuff like that, like try to desperately try to reach the success of somebody else by copying them for whatever. There's also like those copycat accounts of like famous YouTubers and other stuff. Like, for example, I saw like a while back, like years ago, like Queso, right? There was like this TikTok account or whatever that's like the exact format of as Queso, like his, which is not hard, by the way, to do because it's very common. But it's like the outfit, the whole demeanor, the way that the person talks. It's like you're trying to be somebody that you're not because you want the success from somebody else, because you can't do it by being yourself. Be interesting yourself. Why do you have to copy somebody else's success? If you will have a more dedicated fan base, a more dedicated whatever, if you just be yourself, be authentic, and not just copy whatever is the most popular fucking thing to get likes for gratification and, you know, external validation and stuff like that, and for fucking money and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. People are just like, either that, like, or they're suffering with some like personal like mental health stuff like that makes them feel bad about themselves, or they're just like straight up just like evil, like just like straight up evil, you know? Like they let themselves succumb to like greed and selfishness. And for what? You end up destroying yourself in the process. I don't know. But this is just a rant or whatever, but yeah. But yeah, this is just like my view on life and stuff like that. And I hope I'm gonna get into more hobbies. I do want to get into coding more. I do want to draw more. Still suck at drawing. I cannot do body proportions right at all for the life of me. Not really good with color theory at all. So do need to get better with that. But yeah. But in summary, you should be yourself. Be weird. And I know that might be hard. You might have some people in your life that are extremely judgmental, right? Or like if you're like a teenager or something like that, you might have some parents, right, that are not the most supportive, or you don't have the most supportive outlets, right? But ultimately, in the end, it is your life, your storybook, and you get to decide what you do with your life. It is your choice. Something that I've struggled with for a long time, knowing that I'm my own autonomous individual person. So are you. You are your own person. You're your own person. You can make those choices. You can choose to do things. But anyways, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this stuff. And yeah. This is also just something I wanted to do as well. Since I'm not playing video games. It's just kind of like talk about my views on things in life. Maybe I'll make more. I don't know. But, yeah. Wait, before I go, vocal stems that I like, right? The Banana Boat song, repeat it multiple times. What the come, Mr. Tally, you know, like that song. So I repeat that song a lot. And then there's like the it's such a niche vocal stem, but like from Black Ops 1 Zombies on the map 5 with the you know, the political leaders and stuff like that, like with Nixon. President Nixon is very funny on that map, and one of the things in the intro cinematic for the map, he says, "Sounds like someone's breaking in." I repeat that so fucking much. Oh god. And then like another one, oh man, this is like an older one, but like I say like chiggy. Like it doesn't make any sense at all, but I like saying it. It's like I don't know, just like something you can just like repeat over and over again. It's like chiggy. But I don't know. But yeah, those are my vocal stems. I know that was just completely random, but yeah. Alrighty. Oh, time to end this thing.